Hey everybody, how you doing? This is Will at WillsTreasures. Welcome to the Saturday morning premiere train. So glad you're here today. We have an awesome lineup. Stick around, make sure that you watch everybody's video, check out their channels, give them a sub, a like. We have content providers that put out a whole bunch of great content. So stick around. This is going to be something a little different today, okay? It's not about coins. It's about another hobby that I have. And I'm downstairs in my basement. We're going to go into this room here. This is my fish room, okay? I've been keeping tropical fish since I was a kid. And I enjoy it. I'll tell you a little bit about the fish that are in the tanks, the size of the tanks, what I'm doing with the particular fish. How many of you else out there have fish tanks or had a fish tank when you were a kid? It's been a lifelong hobby for me. At one point, it was about 10 years ago, I started a wholesale tropical fish business, and I was importing fish from all around the world. I had a warehouse with over 300 fish tanks, and I would supply all the pet stores in Northeast Pennsylvania and North Jersey. So it was a lot of fun. I owned it for about 7 years, and then I sold the company. So now I'm back to being what I refer to as a advanced hobbyist, where I have all these tanks downstairs, and I have a lot of different things going on with the fish. So we're gonna start right over here. These guys here, these are called Carpintas. It's a South American cichlid. These are only about 2 inches, 2.5 inches long right now. And they're in a 55-gallon tank. You can see the beautiful colors on them. And this one right here, you can see them. That's a male, and the female's in the cave. And what I'm doing with these is I'm breeding them. That's why I have all the different caves in there. I breed them and I sell them to other hobbyists. Down there, that's a 55-gallon tank. Here's another 55, but it's empty right now. I have plans for that one. And up top here is another 55-gallon tank. And these fish are really cool. Look at the color on that. That's called the crebensis. They're from South America also. There's a couple more. See if we can get, show you some with nice colors. And these are also cave dwellers. She's guarding her cave right there. She may have eggs in there. And the way you can tell it's a female is when she's ready to breed. You see the red belly that she has? That tells me that she's ready to breed. And there's a male in that cave right there. He's probably guarding eggs. So, and what you see here, these are sponge filters. I don't have any of those hang on the back filters. I have sponge filters in there. They do a tremendous job. They may not look pretty, but I'll tell you, they're the best filter out there. Let's see if we, these other guys are hiding. There's one in the back there. But I'm breeding those also. Great little fish. Get a little close up. Turn for me. There you go. Now these over here, these fish are blue Frontosas, also from South America. Look at these guys. These are anywhere from, I think the smallest one is about 5 inches. The largest one is maybe 8 or 9. I don't want to spook them because I got this light on the camera. But look at that beautiful fish. Now these are blue Frontosas. They grow to be about 10 inches long. And you can see the beautiful stripes that they have. And I'm breeding these fish also. And when they're young, you know, when they're an inch and a half long, I can sell them all day long for like 40 bucks a piece. And when they have babies, they have anywhere from 300 to 500 babies. And when I raise them, the survival rate is well into the 300s. So it's a nice side hustle. Plus, I absolutely enjoy raising them up. I raised these up. They were an inch long when I got them. I raised them up to the size that they are now. The fascinating thing about this fish is that they don't reach maturity until they're 2.5 years old. So they can't reproduce. You have to have them for 2.5 years, happy, healthy, and you have to have them in a small colony so they pair off and have babies. So these are one of my favorite fish. And this tank, I'll step back a little bit. This tank, I don't know if you can tell how big it is. It's a 150-gallon tank. It's 6 foot long, 1.5 foot wide, and 2.5 feet tall. It's a big tank. Below it, I have a monster canister filter, and you can see that's a 5-gallon spackle bucket over there. You can see how big that filter is. It's an awesome filter. It does the job. Let's see if we can get one more close-up of these. And I'll tell you what, after a stressful day at work, coming down here, sitting in my chair, enjoying the fish. This tank here is a 90-gallon tank. That wood stand right here is, I built this wood stand, oh God, what is it, about 30 years ago. And these fish, these are also a South American cichlid. It's called a Midas cichlid. And they come in different colors. You got the speckled ones, you got ones that are all orange. Beautiful fish. And again, I'm breeding these also. Now we're gonna jump over to this tank here. This is a 65-gallon tank. And these are also carpentes. And they're very pretty fish. See all the beautiful patterns on them. And these guys I'm breeding also. Same as in the first tank that you've seen. They have their little caves. Just a fun fish to breed. We'll go up to this larger tank. This is a 75-gallon tank right here. That's kind of miscellaneous fishing here. I don't have any breeding projects going, but this is what they call a parrot fish. It's a pretty cool fish. And then we have a very large carpentes. He's a little camera shy. Here we have a very large catfish. This catfish is awesome. Look at him. He's not camera shy. And then up there, right up there, we have a Jack Dempsey. Beautiful colors on that fish. They're looking for food is what they're looking for. And last but not least, we have this 150-gallon tub. And this has African cichlids in it. These come in a variety of different colors. And I'm breeding these also. These are about 8 inches long, 7-8 inches long. The dark ones, the blue ones, are the males. And then you see there's a gray one right there. That's a female. The females have very bland colors, but the males, they're bright blue. It's just a gorgeous, gorgeous fish. And they like to be in tanks with only other African cichlids. Otherwise, if I put them in with any of these other fish, they'll tear them apart. They're very territorial, and they only get along with other African cichlids. And look at this, we got a visitor. We got my cat. There we go. There's Cleo. Cleo's 13 years old and she loves coming down here to watch the fish. So that's it, my friends. Something a little different. And if you're wondering how I do my water changes, well, I have a sink right here. I have a sump pump down there. So I empty all the water into this bucket, pump it right into this bucket. It travels down this hose right to the sump pump. So there's no carrying buckets. Water goes right out, and I have it plumbed to head right out of my house. I insulated the walls so it stays nice and warm down here for the fish. They like it warm since they are tropical fish. Look at that one. Pretty. So that's my fish room. Let me know what you think. Let's continue on with the premiere train. Stick around, make sure you watch, everybody. Sub their channel. This is Will from WillsTreasures down in the fish room tonight. I'll see you guys on the next video.